माता, तू ही पिता है।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है।
तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः, श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमः।
गोविंद बोलो हरि गोपाल बोलो राधा रमण हरि गोविंद बोलो राधे 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 तेरे बिना कृष्ण मेरे राधा रानी आधे तेरे बिना कृष्ण मेरे राधा रानी आधे कान्हा नित मुरली में तेरे सुमरे बारंबार कोटिन रूप धरे मन मोहन तऊ न पावे पार रूप रंग की छबिली पटरानी लागे पटरानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे यमुना मैया कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी वृंदावन में धूम मचावे बरसानेरी छोरी ब्रज धाम राधा जी की राजधानी लागे राजधानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे ना भावे मन माखन मिश्री अब ना कोई मिठाई मारी जी बढ़िया ने भावे अब राधा नाम मलाई इस भानु की लाली तो गुड़ धानी लागे गुड़ धानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे राधा रानी लागे मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे राधा राधा नाम रटत है जो नर आठोया दिन की बाधा दूर करत है राधा राधा नाम राधा नाम से सफल जिंदगानी लागे जिंदगानी लागे खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे। मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे। मीठे रस से भरी रे राधा रानी लागे, राधा रानी लागे। मैनो खारो खारो जमुना जी का पानी लागे, पानी लागे।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम। तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है।
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 तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
तू ही बिगाड़े, तू ही संवारे।
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 इस जग के सारे काम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता।
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 तू ही सुबह, तू ही शाम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम।
तेरा मेरा, तेरा मेरा।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है।
तू ही माता, तू ही पिता है।
तू ही
श्याम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे,
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे,
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे।
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे।
इस जग के सारे काम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता।
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता।
तू ही सुबह तू ही शाम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है, तू ही माता तू ही पिता है।
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है, तू ही माता तू ही पिता है।
तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी, तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी, तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे, तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे।
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे, तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे।
इस जग के सारे काम।
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता, तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता, तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही सुबह तू ही शाम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है, तू ही माता तू ही पिता है,
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है, तू ही माता तू ही पिता है,
तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी, तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी, तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे, तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे,
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे, तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे।
इस जग के सारे काम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता, तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता, तू ही जगदाता विश्व विधाता,
तू ही सुबह तू ही शाम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम,
हे राम हे राम।
जग में साचो तेरो नाम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू ही माता तू ही पिता है,
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 तू ही तो है राधा का श्याम,
हे राम हे राम हे राम हे राम।
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी,
तू अंतर्यामी सबका स्वामी।
तेरे चरणों में चारों धाम, सवारे
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे
तू ही बिगाड़े तू ही संवारे
इस जग के सारे काम
मेरा मेरा मेरा
यास्तमरेशः पुण्डरीकांशे सावाहव्यन्तरः शुचिः मनोकामना सिद्धिकरः भ्यो नमः. Right hand over the left, bring the water, just like when you're doing puja. Om Keshavaye Namaha. Om Shri Narayanaye Namaha. Bring it again. One more time. श्री माधवाय नमः. ओम माधवाय श्री गोविंदाय श्री केशवाय नमः. ओम श्री हस्तप्रक्षालन श्री मनोकामना सिद्धिकरा श्री भ्यो नमः. श्री गोविंदाय श्री भ्यो नमः. पुण्यम पापम विनाशनम आपदम हरितये नित्यललाकहरिश्चन्दनं श्री यजमानस्य कर्मकर्ताय धानस्य चन्दनं चन्दनं धानं प्रतिगृह्यतां श्रीभ्यो नमः. श्री कण्डचन्दरीजालं गन्धाजं सुमनोहरं विलेपसुराश्रेष्ठाय चन्दनं धानं प्रतिगृह्यताम्. प्रेम से बोलो सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. Sitaram, Shubha Swagatam, most humble and cordial welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this morning's devotional services, that which we call the Anteshti Sanskar, the rites and rituals associated with the passage of the soul's journey in the hereafter, or the funeral services. Together this morning with these 5 young men, we prepare to perform these rites and rituals of our dearly beloved. But before we commence with our services this morning, let me ask that we all stand, we join in prayer, seeking the blessings of the blessed Lord Shri Krishna Bhagavan upon the soul of our beloved. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Rudra Maruta Sundvanti Devyaistave Vede Sangha Parakramo Panishadher Gajanti Jam Shamagha Dhyanavastithar Gatena Manasa Pashyanti Jam Yogino Yasyandhang Navidhu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namah. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kandam Kamalanayanam Yogi Virdhyanaгаmayam Bande Vishnu Bhavavayaharam Sarvalokekanatham Vasudeva Sutang Devam Kamsachanurmardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ram Naam Satya Hai. Prem se bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. You may all be seated. Ravi, Anna. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning our service is kind of packed. We have limited time here, and in so doing, last night I gave my discourse that I would have normally given today because of the element of time, and the majority of us was here last night. And because today is a working day, most people opted to come last night. So we will have the eulogy and so forth this morning. But first we are going to perform simple rites and rituals. Truly speaking, the Hindu funeral is not a very long service, but it becomes drawn out because everybody wants to come, offer their malas and pay their respects and so forth in the speeches. But if you was to put aside all of the speeches and everybody coming to pay their respects and so forth, we will only take about 25 minutes here. So in lieu of respecting everybody and our departed and his organization, his love for organization, we have put together an organized program this morning. And I'm going to commence with these 5 young men today. You know, it is said, Lelo lelo ke duai ma baap ki. That once as you have the blessings of your parents, your pitras, there is no one greater and bigger than God, but not even God can stand in your way. Today, Shankar and these young men who have decided to take it upon themselves to perform this kriya, this karma, they are the most blessed individuals amongst us all. Those who will take the time to perform these rites and rituals, the blessings are beyond what even God can describe. Their pathway is cleared. Not to say there will not be any obstacles or difficulties, but those are the moments that give you experience to glorify yourself. So today there is no greater blessing than this what you are going to do. There is no yajna greater than this sacrifice that you are going to perform today. And indeed, our dearly beloved is a very blessed man to have so many individuals uniting together to perform his rites and rituals. After all, it's rightly said, while he was here upon this physical earth, he did so much to please and to assist the lives of so many of us. So today we perform our rites and rituals. After performing these rituals this morning, then I'll allow you the opportunity to come and pay your respects. I can only speak one language at a time. So most of what I'll be speaking this morning is in Sanskrit, and I'll be giving directions to these young men. And in the process of this, we have members of the Kirtan group that are here this morning putting themselves together. And as soon as they are ready, they will bring beautiful bhajans and kirtans that will bring comfort to your heart, to your mind, to the soul of our beloved. Listening to these bhajans, these kirtans, these hymns, is a charity that our beloved is giving to us, even though he is no longer here, through the members of his family. They have opted to have this singing so that we can listen to the glories of the Lord and beautify our lives, reflect upon gain, loss, happiness, sorrow, and help us to better ourselves. So at this point in time, I will commence my rites and rituals with these young men, and as soon as the members of the group are ready, they will start singing. Thank you. All your touch hands. Recite your father's name in your mind. Hari Om Sri Vishwara Sri Vidya Praradi Sri Shirvahara Kalpe Vaswati Mandareshkar Vinchati Kali Tuge Kali Pratam Charane America Deshin New Jersey Grami Amukrami Punya Kshetra Vadavratari Pratamani Yataha Nam Samvatsre Amuk Yani Amuk Masi Amuk Pakshe Amuk Sithau Amuk Vasre Amuk Kshetre Amuk Yogi Amuk Karane Amuk Rashistiteshuri Amuk Rashistiteshu Shangeshwar Sheshu Graheshu Yata Yata Rashistan Stiteshu Amuk Gotrasya Amuk Namasya Sri Amuk Pretasya. Recite your father's name in your mind. Sri Anteshti Karam Ahankarikshe Jo Namaha Om Sri Vishwara Vishwam Paramatmani Amuka Namasya. Recite your name in your mind. Sri Kashyapa Gotrasya Sri Amuka Preta Namasya. Recite your father's name in your mind. Sri Kashyapa Gotrasya Sri America Deshe New Jersey Grami Sri Madhamasi Shukla Pakshi Purnima Tithi Mein Sri पूजायार्थम श्री शनिवार दिन में श्री अंत्येष्टि संस्कार अहं करिष्ये. बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Oliver touch hands now. Take this and sprinkle the hand from the neck to the foot, right? 3 times as though you're doing it. Not on the face, right? Recite your father's name. Om Dhamuka Gotrasya Muka Pretasya Mritistani Shapnimiktam Snanam Sri Mayadhyate Toptishtatam Snanam Sri Mayadhyate Shri Toptishtatam. Take your index finger. When we do funeral rites, we use this finger. Mix it up. Do you see all my nice and round? On his forehead. Right in between his eyebrows. Om Ghamka Gurutasya Amukha Pretasya Vritishtani Sab Chandanam Sri Mayadhyati Toptishtatam. By the side of the ears and the shoulder. You take his name in your mind. Om Kanamasya Mukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Sri Mritistani Shab Sri चंद्रं धानं मया दीयते तोक्तिष्ठताम्. Each of you take your index finger, you'll touch it right on top of the one in his forehead. Om Dhamka Bhutasya Amka Pretasya Mriti Shab Sri Chandranam Sri Maya Dhyate Shri Tauktishthatam. Right on top of that. Nice and neat, right? Shri Chandran Dhanam Mriti Shab Nimiktam Chandranam Dhanam Maya Dhyate Shri Tauktishthatam. This finger, son. Index finger. Only when you're doing these rites. Good. Wipe off your fingers. Each of you now will spray the perfume from his neck, go down to his feet. Om Sri Adhamukha Gotrasya Mukha Pretasya Vrististani Shab Sri Gandham Sri Maya Dhyate Taupatishtatam Gandhasnanam Maya Dhyate Shri Taupatishtatam. Om Mukha Namasya Mukha Gotrasya Amukha Pretasya Vrististani Shab Nimiktam Gandham Shri Maya Dhyate Shri Taupatishtatam. Gandham Shri Maya Dhyate Shri Taupatishtatam.
Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare
जब कोई न के बनहारा
Pamala Sri Maya Diyate Topatishtatam. Fix them nicely, right? So now you will take this tarya and you're going to walk around 5 times. There are 5 of you, so you'll make 1 round, hand it off to the next person, and go to the back of the line until the 5 of you have walked around. We don't perform arti when someone passes away. But what this is, we call it arti because it's the walking of the light. This is a way today you cannot hug him up and shake his hand or give him a kiss, bow to him. When we are alive, we can do that. Today you cannot do that. So how can you say farewell to him? This diya represents the illumination for the soul's journey in the hereafter. And you're saying to the dad or grandpa or jagi, or however you will call him, that may this diya illuminate your pathway as you commence your journey in the hereafter. Farewell. The breaking of the mala signifies that we are relinquishing the attachment that we have so that that soul can go on its journey. Where there is attachment, we can't move forwards. If you have an old house and buy a new house, and when you move to the new house, you're so attached to the old one, you'll never live in peace in the new house. In the same way, if you attach yourself, we are called that mamta, then you cannot move forwards in life. You all will not be able to move forward, and the soul will struggle. So this is why today you perform your duties, you put yourself and make yourself strong, and this is the duty that you have to perform now. So you will also, Shankar will walk first, you'll all touch his hands and walk around. When you make your first round, you'll hand it off to Dippy, and then go to the back of the line and so forth, right? Go ahead. Hari Om Madhamka Gotrasya Amuka Praitasya Mritistarishab Sri Deepam Ghanam Maya Dhyate Topahatishtakam Om Yamadvari Mahagori Randenatam Savride Satravalokinartaya Deepo Yamopadishtitam Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Pindas are normally offered at various spots. However, when we make our stops, we have to perform the Pinda Puja and offer all the Pinda here because of the laws of the land. In Trinidad, in Guyana, in Florida, we are able to perform the Pinda Puja appropriately at every spot. But I don't feel like going to jail today. So we are going to perform the rites and rituals here, offer the Pindas. Normally when the Pindas are offered and you make a stop, you will take one Pinda and pelt it in 4 directions after breaking it up and so forth. Over here we are going to move it from one area to the other area. The whole point is the Pindas are offered. Normally 5 Pindas are offered today, but we are offering 6 because the 6th Pinda that is offered when you go to pick up the ashes by the creek or whatever. But in the United States, they don't cremate outside. We have internal cremation. So that 6th Pinda is offered in advance today so that we don't have to worry about offering when we go to pick up the ashes because ashes are very rarely given the next day. So that is why today we offer these 6 Pindas. And while I do this, I'll hand the mic over back to the members of the Kirtan group.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम जय सीताराम भज मन प्यारे सीताराम। सीताराम जय सीताराम भज मन प्यारे सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। अब मैं शरण तिहारी जी मेरा तो कृपा निदान। अजामिल अपराधे तारे मिलने दोनों सदा। मिलने दोनों सदा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम जय सीताराम भज मन प्यारे सीताराम। सीताराम सीताराम भज मन प्यारे सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। जय जय रघुपति राघव राजा राम ओ पतित पावन सीताराम। हे पतित पावन सीताराम।
Or you could continue.
श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ ये पवन पुत्र गुण सागर है प्रभु राम सिया के चाकर है ये पवन पुत्र गुण सागर है प्रभु राम सिया के चाकर है भक्तों के कष्ट मिटाते हैं प्रभु वर के दर्श कराते हैं वो राम नाम रट जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ ये महावीर बजरंगी है रामायण के सत्संगी है ये महावीर बजरंगी है रामायण के सत्संगी है दानव इनसे घबराते हैं कर इनके निकट न आते हैं गुण राम नाम की भीड़ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ ये शिव जी के अवतारी है रघुवर चरणों पर वारी है ये शिव जी के अवतारी है रघुवर चरणों पर वारी है चिरंजीवी है वरदाता है कलयुग में मोक्ष प्रदाता है उजारा तब सच जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ कभी दया सिंधु है काली है बन के निदान है जानी है कभी दया सिंधु है काली है बन के निदान है जानी है तब मन के ताप मिटाते हैं संकट मोचन के लाते हैं ओ राम सिया के भजन जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ श्री राम कथा हो जहाँ जहाँ रहते हैं श्री हनुमान वहाँ Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Jai Radha. Krishna Krishna, Jai Radha Krishna, Govinda Govinda, Bajranga Govinda, Gopala Gopala, Hare Krishna Mukunda, Govinda Govinda, Bajranga Govinda, Gopala Gopala, Hare Krishna Mukunda.
Because the immediate members of the family put in flowers, right? The Maharaj, then everybody also comes to put flowers after you religion, so forth will come to flowers.
Check 1, 2. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, okay.
पिता तू ही माता तू ही भाई सखा सुजान मालिक स्वामी ये तू ही जैसा साधे कोई मान किसी भाव से कोई भी तारा प्रेम ले जो एक तेरा ही हो रही दुनिया से मुख मोड़ तन तेरा और ईमान तेरा तन तेरा मन तेरा तेरा वृंद और प्राण सब तेरा एक तू मेरा यही ज्ञानी और ज्ञानी सब तेरा एक तू मेरा यही ज्ञानी और ज्ञानी जब चाहे तरफ अंधियारा जब चाहे तरफ अंधियारा आशा का दूर किनारा जब और कोई हारा हो और कोई हारा हो फिर तू ही मेरा पकड़ प्रभु तू ही मेरा पकड़ जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय 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 कृष्ण तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तू सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूरा कर दे उनकी आशा पूरा कर दे उनकी आशा तो भी तेरा ध्यान प्रभु जो भी कृष्ण जो भी तेरा ध्यान प्रभु जो भी तेरा ध्यान जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय जय कृष्ण हरे करार भिंदी न पदार भिन्नं मुकार भिंदी विनिविसयन्तं वटस्य पत्रस्य भूते शयानं बालं मुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि हरि का जानी लगा मन मेरे मिट जाएंगे सब दुख तेरे बोलो राम कृष्ण हरे गोपाल कृष्ण हरे राम कृष्ण हरे गोपाल कृष्ण हरे हरि का जानी लगा मन मिट जाएंगे सब दुख तेरे सुमिरन कर ले सांगे सवेरे मिट जाएंगे सब दुख तेरे हरि का जानी लगा मन मेरे कली कली में है प्रभु की छाया रे मन की आँखें खोली उसने उसका दर्शन पाया रे जो नरी हरि की माला पेरे जो नरी हरि की माला पेरे हरि का जानी लगा मन मेरे जाएंगे सब दुख तेरे बोलो राम कृष्ण हरे गोपाल कृष्ण राम कृष्ण हरे गोपाल कृष्ण घड़ी पर सुनता मेरा रे परिवाती है माया रे और साथ ले जाएगा कौन साथ धन लेके आया Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Ram Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Ram Krishna Hare Gopal Krishna Krishna Sri Hari ka Lila Kamari Krishna
Prem se bolo Siyavar Ramchandra ki Jai. Thank you, Anil and Brandon and Ravi, members of the Kirtan group, for bringing us such soulful bhajans and kirtans this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to commence with our introduction of our Master of Services, let me tell you, first, these pindas that have been offered this morning, 6 in number, they are normally offered where the body lies in state, right here, then at a doorway, at a crossroad, at a resting place, at the fire, and then when we pick up the ashes. These pindas, the first one is to relieve the soul of the pain of the separation of the body. The second one, because the soul becomes a traveler now, evil ones cannot harm that soul. As we offer these pindas, the various elements that this body is comprised of are pleased, or appeased, I should say. Third one, at a crossroad, it keeps all demonic ones from interrupting the journey of the soul. The fourth one satisfies any other beings might be in the company of the departed. Not everybody is fortunate, believe me, to have someone to do rites and rituals for them. So we recite the name of the individual that the soul was so closely associated with, so that no one can lay claim to that which is being offered today. This is why we always say, Amuk Namasya. Recite the name. As important as the mantra is, I think the name is even more important. Because if you don't recite the name, then anything or anyone can lay claim. The fifth one, at the fire, appeases Yamraj, the messengers of the god of death. And the sixth one that will be offered on the day of cremation, the day after cremation, is for the salvation of the soul. Now, we are told in Hinduism that the soul is reborn. And some will say, how is that even possible? The laws of physics tells us that energy is never lost. Energy is always reabsorbed. The soul is energy. When you go to the hospital and they put the monitors on you, you see wavy lines on a screen, P, Q, R, S, T intervals. Those are the waves of your life. But when there is no waves there and it's flat, the energy that existed in this body has left. This body is one of the greatest conductors of electricity. If you don't believe me, I have water. Wet your finger and stick your finger in the socket. You'll get shocked. What happens when there's no electrical activity in this body? The soul comes out. The energy leaves this body. The doctors and nurses will come and pronounce you deceased, and one of the first things they will do is they will remove or they will turn off the monitor. You know why? There are little spikes that will happen every now and then. The soul tries to re-enter that body, but it cannot. So before anybody say, oh, my loved one has not passed, they will turn that monitor off. However, there are fibers in the heart known as Purkinje fibers where electrical activities will go down and cause the heart to beat. The electrical impulses, they are reflected there. But the laws of physics tells us energy is never lost, it is reabsorbed. And Hindus say that after a period of 1 year, that energy becomes reabsorbed into another body, suitable to the karma or the attainments of the individual. This is why we must live a life like Jagi. Kind, loving, caring, humble, noble, charitable. See God in everyone. Be forgiving of everyone. So that when we reach this situation, we are at peace with everyone. Those who liked us and those who did not like us. This is the type of person our beloved was. His shoes is a very hard shoes to fill. And if I tell you a secret today, I might get myself in trouble, but none of you should try this. Well, the person I'm going to tell you about, she's not alive anymore either. Jagi never put a press date with me. Jagi would call my house, and when I hear Jagi call, he would talk to my mom. And I had to be afraid because I know either Jagi called to complain to my mom that I didn't call him back, and Jagi calling with the press date that he wants. And very few people knew this, but my mother could have checked a patra. And my mother would look and she would say, okay, Jagi, I'll tell Pandit. And if I didn't give Jagi that date, I was in trouble. So Jagi knew how to get around even the Pandit. And I used to laugh because it was a joke. When my mom passed away, well, he had nobody else to call but my sister, and my sister couldn't tell me anything anymore. But Jagi somehow always got what he wanted. Maybe it was Lord Krishna's blessings that when Jagi saw a date and he knew somehow what date he wanted, and it was 90% of the time a good date, he would always get his date. This is the kind of individual that he was. A person that will be missed by all of you, and including my own self. I would always look forward to doing Jagi's prayers because there was a certain level of bhav. How do you describe bhav in English? Certain level of emotion, a certain level of bhakti, devotion. When you came to do Jagi's prayers, you knew that he put time and effort. And you sit to do that puja, and you didn't care if it took 4 hours. But the puja was done, and it was well done. I likened Jagi last night. I was talking to Cookie. I said, he's like Shabari Mata in a male form. In the sense that when Sri Ram came to Mother Shabari, that love that Sri Ram was greeted with by Mother Shabari, he forgot that he was searching for Sita Devi. He sat there and allowed Shabari to entertain him with her love and her devotion. And Jagi would treat me, and I'm sure he would treat all of you, with that same love, devotion. The time just seemed to pass so endlessly and so quickly when you're in his company. I would go to perform his puja and I would forget about time. Not to forget, I would reach late to it. But he would welcome me with love. And he will sit there, and the way that Jagi and Bindu will perform that puja, my heart would melt. And when it came time for that Christian puja, oh my God. The last puja I did for him, I remember so vividly. The puja was already taking long, and he said, Pandit, I want them to sing that Christian bhajan, Jai Krishna Hari, when I'm charhawing that parasad. I said, okay. And everybody said the puja is so long. But Jagi didn't care. And Jaggi, when it came to that Christian puja, my God, that devotion was so high. But even tears would come to my eyes. That is the force that we are reckoning with. And that is what I will miss so much. We never spoke that much, but when I did come into his accompaniment, that love and that veneration, that warmth and that embrace and that empathy and that sympathy, and Jaggi sending me back with a trunk load full of things. That is not the material things, but that love, that embrace, that meant the world to me. No dakshina, no money in the world can mean more to you than that. My guru always said one thing. The $100 that the rich man will give you, he'll pack you up and say, Sitaram and goodbye. And the $20 that the poor man will give you, with love and devotion in him, you will think twice before you spend it. It didn't matter what you got. That love meant more than anything else. Not that our beloved was a poor man. Money was of not the value, but the value he had was the richness of his love, his empathy, his sympathy, his charity. He himself was a walking example of the life that we should live on this earth before we leave. And all of us, our final days are approaching. Because the moment we are born, we begin to die. Can we say that we are living or have lived or will live the life that our beloved have lived? That is a question that I leave you to answer for yourself. I introduce our MC, Kala.
Thank you, Panditji. Sitaram, everyone. And I apologize, first of all. I was supposed to introduce Panditji to start the rituals. But Sam is not able to scream at me now, but I'm going to because his brother, Ram, it has always been on his mind. So I'm going to put the blame on Ram. Sam, it's Ram who made me come in late, okay? And I had a whole bunch of stuff to say, but guess what? Sam probably said, Kala, he was such a good project manager. He said, time management is something that you have to think about, and we don't have a lot of time this morning. So I'm going to make sure you come in late so you don't have a lot to say. It is said, wherever a beautiful soul has been, there's a trail of beautiful memories. And I'm sure if you close your eyes for a second, each one of you in this room, you can think about one of those beautiful memories that you had with Sam. Because I thought I was special when I joined the family 45 years ago, the way he treated me. But over the years, I've seen where he treated everyone so special. And I'm seeing a lot of people nodding, so yes, you agree with me. So I'm going to be short now because I'm going to introduce Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and he is going to share some thoughts about Sam. Dr. Prasad?
The soul is neither born, nor does it ever die, nor having once existed, does it ever cease to be. The soul is without birth, eternal, immortal, and ageless. It is not destroyed when the body is destroyed. That was a reading from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 20. Namaskar, everyone. Last Christmas morning, shortly after Bindu was discharged from her latest hospital admission, she was feeling a bit down. I called to say I would be visiting to deliver some baked goods from my wife, Rhea. I was a bit surprised to hear that she and Jaggi were out shopping in the grocery. Jaggi, that is Samraj's familiar name to most of this family. But they said they would be home shortly. When I arrived less than an hour later, Jaggi, or Samraj, or Uncle Sam, or Jag, was at the kitchen table mixing cake batter. That was because my goodly aunt had told him that morning that the house was not smelling like Christmas without anything in the oven. That was so typical of my uncle, to spoil his wife with whatever she desired to eat. As most of you would know, Sam was an extraordinary cook, able to wield his magic in the kitchen from currants roll to aloo pie, from his famous chana to his silky paratha. And that cake he was mixing on Christmas morning, it was his delicious rummy Trinidadian fruit cake in a basin as wide as my arms. Because he was not just baking for Bindu, he was also baking for everyone else. That was his nature, very giving and generous, even when unasked, always volunteering to cook something for his family and friends. I was a beneficiary of this infinite generosity, especially over my years in specialty training while I was in Pittsburgh, a job I got after he and Bindu drove me for over 6 hours to that interview. Well, Bindu drove, he backseat drove. On every one of my not infrequent visits to New Jersey, to their home in New Jersey, he would pack duck and dal puri that he cooked especially for me to take back when I went back home to Pittsburgh. And he did so with his usual heavy hand. That was his way of communicating his love. Food was his vocabulary, and it was an expansive, voluble vocabulary. Like many in our family, he communicated his love by deeds, not merely words. If I were to list each instance of his extraordinary generosity, we will be here longer than today. And that would be when I'm speaking only for myself. If I were to include all the good deeds he has performed for his siblings, his other nephews, nieces, cousins, other relatives and friends, we will be here longer than any one of us would want. Samraj had what we in Trinidad called a hot foot, which is a readiness to travel and seek out new experiences. I recall his time traveling to Margarita from Trinidad, where he would purchase clothing for resale in Trinidad, an endeavor which played to his fashion sense. He was a snazzy dresser with an eye for quality and proud of it. He would also ensure his wife was dressed to the nines at all times. That hot foot is something he shared with Bindu. And so when the opportunity arose, they jumped and traveled across the world to India for his nephew Shivanand's wedding. A trip that included a visit to that monument of love, the Taj Mahal, as well as Vrindavan and the major cities of Bangalore and Delhi. It was a very memorable trip for him. And he would fondly recall events from then, often with that sense of humor he was known for. Who knew diarrhea could be so funny? Their love of going out gave us heartburn during the pandemic, however, because they would continue to shop as near usual. To this day, I am surprised how neither of them contracted COVID. But of course, it was due to his meticulousness with his health that they escaped infection. Opportunities for travel became limited these last few years because of kidney failure requiring regular dialysis. But he was able to travel to Trinidad several times, as well as short weekend trips to nearby campgrounds, Niagara Falls, or Washington, D.C. On his visits to Trinidad, he most often stayed with his niece Shamla in Pierre Road, next door to where he grew up. These trips back home showed him how much he was treasured and loved in Trinidad as well. As I said, we'll be here for days if I were to recount the ways in which his nephews and nieces adored him. He knew that, and he was rightfully proud of it. The presence here today of nephews and nieces from Trinidad, I see Dave, Lachman, Florida, Teddy, Indar, Kentucky, Shivanand, Shami, Canada, Jai, Jit, Elaine, Pamela, as well as new additions to his extended family from Indiana, is testament to the love and appreciation he has earned from a lifetime of giving the same. His life was a blessing to us all. Thanks to my brother Jagdev, who, when we recently celebrated Bindu's birthday, went around the table to each of us for some words to mark the occasion. Many of us were able to express our love and appreciation directly to him. So we know he left this world assured of our deep affection and appreciation for him. Samraj was the seventh of 8 children, born to his parents Lurkhur Ramphal and Baso in Pierre Road, Felicity, a rural agricultural village in Trinidad, where our homes were within sight and hearing of each other. He is survived by his sisters, Parvati and Pulbasi, who are here with us today, and his brother Bandit. He was preceded in the hereafter by Sumintra, Ramkeso, Dulcie, and Jasodra. Samraj was educated at the Felicity Hindu School and the St. Andrew's Academy in Chaguanas, after which he started his culinary training at the John Donaldson Institute in Trinidad. His work life started as a checker at a Capildale quarry, where he spent several years before moving on to the Port of Spain General Hospital, where he worked until 1989, when he migrated. The hospital was his start in the large-scale food service industry, which he continued in New Jersey, where he worked in the catering division at Blue Cross Blue Shield in Newark, spanning multiple changes in vendors. It was his affable charm that endeared him to those he worked with and for, including those in the C-suite. Bindu, my mother's youngest sister, moved into our home in Pierre Road for secondary school. She became friends with Sam's younger sister, Pulbasi, also known as Tanti Gulu. And it was Tanti Gulu who then introduced Bindu to Samraj so that he could style her hair, after Bindu complimented Tanti Gulu's hair. And in Tanti Gulu's words, sparks flew. So much so that Bindu and Jagi destroyed a heap of tomatoes that my father had picked and was awaiting sale in the open ground level of our home. She did not need to go into details, and I was thankful that she did not. It was shortly after that when he became permanently attached to Bindu, their marriage ceremony taking place at our home, a stone's throw from his, on June 7, 1976. Over the years, they've become so attached that within the family, one name could not be mentioned without the other. Jagi and Bindu, Bindu and Jagi. My aunt gave him her full support in his endeavors, from those early days of suitcase trading to chauffeuring him after they moved to New Jersey, to the latest Macy's sale or restaurant depot for his catering business, and lately to dialysis. Samraj, along with their daughters, joined Bindu in New Jersey in 1989. Shankar remained in the care of my mother and followed later. The home that Sam and Bindu built here in New Jersey, no matter the address, was always filled with food, love, and a warm welcome. So much so that wherever their home was, it acted as a mini Ellis Island for so many, in our family and friends as well. They were always ready to receive a new immigrant to this blessed land. Their home was also where he presided over many parties, spanning the warm days of summer and the cold nights of the holiday season. In addition to loving a good party, he was also a man of immense spiritual strength, and it was with deep devotion he would conduct regular pujas. as well as the annual Pitripaksh ceremony for the deceased relatives. His preparations for these occasions was regimental. From prepping the vegetables to lining up the stoves and the roti boxes, not to mention waking long hours before dawn to start cooking roti and many other dishes. In this, of course, he was assisted by his family, and he also had the help of extended family and friends, a reciprocation of the love he freely gave. Together, Sam and Bindu raised Vidya, Shakti, and Shankar with an example of marital happiness and mutual respect, even when they argued with each other, from the small things, such as an unwashed cup in the sink, to what size of television they would buy, or when to retire. Vidya, Shakti, Shankar, you all know that your father would have sheltered you from everything bad in this world. But of course, no one can do that with total success. But your father gave it his all. To his grandkids, the next generation, you were a tremendous joy in his life, and he loved nothing better than when you succeeded. He beamed as a delighted grandfather the day each of you were born. He thought of each of you as a gift from your parents. It is a loss that he will not be here to share in your future achievements, but know that you have his support and unending encouragement. His last living night on this earth was spent in the company of Bindu and their 3 children. His last breaths, though taken without them directly at his side, was in the company of people who loved him and whom he loved, one of whom was also a life he saved. One carnival in the early 80s, while he was still living in Trinidad, his neighbor's child was stabbed at the business they had at home. Jaggi, without hesitation, rushed a bleeding Sheldon in his car for life-saving treatment at the hospital. But his care did not end there. Sheldon recounted to me last night how Jaggi would visit him at the beginning, middle, and end of every workday. So Sheldon, I don't see you, but I know you're here. There is a symmetry to your being with him on Monday morning as he breathed his last while hearing the name of Sri Krishna being chanted. On behalf of my aunt Bindu, her children, Vidya, Shakti, Shankar, their spouses, Kelvin, Keith, Shai, and all the grandchildren, I thank every one of you for being here today to mourn with us and to celebrate the life of Samraj Lurkhur, who, as Maureen pointed out, fittingly passed on President's Day, since to us he was a president of our family.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. I can't say enough of what you delivered, your words. You shared so much information about our beloved Sam, Jaggi. I don't know, there are so many different names for Sam, but we know him as our dear Sam. But one of the things you mentioned, and I'll share that because I happened to experience it with him, it's in the professional side, and I mentioned it the other night when we were singing, bhajans. Sam was so highly respected by the people he worked with. Everywhere you walked in that large company of 5,000 employees, they knew Sam. And I felt proud because he was family. He took care of everyone there, just like he took care of the family here. So I wanted you all to know that, because even with the highest, you said the C-suite, and that was so true, because I was there one day in a meeting when there was individuals from the C-suite, And we were waiting, and it was boring, but we were waiting. And one of the VPs said, "Oh my God, look who is here, Sam. Don't worry, guys, we are going to be taken care of." And Sam walked in, he had no idea what was said about him. And he walked in, he looked around as though, did I do something wrong? But no, it's because everyone was happy to see him. And that's who he is and was. So I just wanted to share that because you mentioned the C-suite. We are going to have another bhajan by the group before we bring up someone else to speak. Thank you. Do you need this?
वसुदेव सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलं यते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहावन्दे परमानन्द कि घड़ी घड़ी में खुशियाली हो सदा सुख की हरियाली हो नहीं चाहिए रंग महंगा नहीं चाहिए रंग महंगा हम तो मांगे तुझसे मालिक एक संतोष का घर घर में खुशियाली सदा सुख की हरियाली हो नहीं चाहिए रंग महंगा तूने हमको जन्म दिया है तू ही पालन है तेरी दया से भूले भले हम सबका घर सजता तूने हमको जन्म दिया है तू ही पालन तेरी दया से फूले फले हम सबका घर सजता नहीं चाहिए हीरे मोती नहीं चाहिए हीरे मोती हम तो मांगे तुझसे मालिक संतोष का घर घर में खुशियाली हो सदा सुख की हरियाली हो नहीं चाहिए रंग बहरा सुख के भजने दुख देने के अधीर पावनाते दुख को सहने की शक्ति दे यही प्रार्थना मेरी सुख के भजने दुख देने की अधीर पावना तेरी दुख को सहने की शक्ति दे यही प्रार्थना मेरी दुख को सहने की शक्ति दे अपनी मेहनत का सुख पाए इतना दे बलिदान हम तो मांगे तुझसे मालिक एक संतोष का दान कि घर घर में खुशियाँ हो सदा सुख की हरियाली हो नहीं चाहिए रंग बहरा धन दौलत के साथ हम तो मांगे तुझसे मालिक एक संतोष का दान एक संतोष का दान प्रभु जी एक संतोष का दान
See, so good to be the MC. You have people helping you do everything. Thank you so much for the wonderful devotional bhajan. It is helping us to just relax. So thank you. Okay, so we all know that Sam loved and was devoted to his grandchildren. Of course, to his children, we know that, and to his family members, but his grandchildren, they were his life. And today, on behalf of all of them, we have one of his beautiful angels, Anuradha Ramdin, daughter of Sam's eldest daughter, and Cookie, Vidya and Cookie, will share her thoughts. Anu?
Sitaram and Hare Krishna, everyone. I'm Anuradha Ramdin, the eldest granddaughter of Samraj Lurkhur, speaking on behalf of all of his grandchildren. Nana's or Aja's love left an enduring mark on each of us through his impactful actions. He expressed his love through food, teaching Shani and I various recipes. Not a day with Nana went by without delicious meals, even when he was exhausted and fatigued. Dylan fondly recalls his special fried rice with green peas, Nana rice, and his homemade French fries, Nana fries. All of the grandchildren fondly remembers trips to the diner, a weekend tradition that brought us warmth and memories. Adia told me that she loves her Aja very much. She always insisted on being fed by Nana, recognizing that his food not only satisfied hunger, but also made us the happiest grandkids. He especially made Brian happy. Nana, or Papa to Brian, made him happy from the time he was born. Nana made sure he was always loved and taken care of. He made him roti and butter, and Brian surely will miss Nana's cooking. Brian shared special memories on vacation and family time with Papa. He says that he is lucky to have had a great Papa in his life, and he loves Papa very much. Nana continued to ensure my siblings and I comfort during countless weekends in New Jersey and Florida, going beyond tiredness after dialysis to make us feel at home. His selflessness and attention to detail brought comfort to all of us. His vegetarianism and devotion to God, especially after Dylan's health complications at birth, showcased his profound selflessness. Dylan reciprocated by creating a special music playlist and setting up Alexa for Nana's enjoyment. Nana's caring personality and attention to details were evident in the bedtime moments with Ari, where laughter filled the air. Manveer experienced the same quick and honest wit of Nana when Nana laughingly said his yellow sweater and yellow Jordans looked like rice and dal. Manpreet remembered his smile the most. He had times when he wasn't always able to come visit, but Nana was never upset. Nana's or Aja's smile would be something Manpreet looked forward to, because his smile was genuine and unconditional. Nana's selflessness continued to shine when he always thought of Manpreet and her siblings no matter where he went and brought them back gifts. He accepted each grandchildren wholly and encouraged their strengths. He especially uplifted Anish's singing and business side, Shani's career pursuits, and my pursuit for a PhD in biomedical engineering. We are grateful for the impact Nana had on us. His spark, his laughter, and his care are everlasting within us. We will honor his legacy by staying true to ourselves, excelling in our careers, and spreading kindness and compassion. In memory of our great Nana, Aja, Papa, let us allow his enduring spark to continue to inspire goodness in each of us. Ram Ram Satya Hai.
Thank you, Anu. And honestly, look at his legacy. Look at Sam's legacy just by Anu and the others coming up, and how proud he has been of these children. They have made him so proud. But it's his teachings and who he was. Because we love the bhajan so much, well, okay, so we'll skip the bhajan for now. We'll do it after. You know, today's a very emotional day, and Shankar was supposed to come up and say a few words, but I'm going to ask his cousin, Shivanan Hariprasad, to come up and speak on behalf of Shankar. Sorry, Shankar, I said Shanki. I'm so used to calling you Shankar.
Hare Krishna, good morning. So Shankar asked me to speak on his behalf, and I'm honored to do that. Hare Krishna, good morning. Words truly cannot express how remarkable my father was. In life, we can give charity and acts of kindness through donation, kind words, or even a simple smile to the person next to us. A simple act of kindness can truly turn someone's day around. However, my father took his approach to these acts of kindness differently. He turned charity into a passion, and he channeled that passion into cooking. I have never come across someone who took a skill, perfected it, and used it selflessly for good. Recently, during the peak of COVID, during Diwali. He took it upon himself to cater a tremendous feast, pack them individually into containers, and drop them off for families. This is one small example of a life dedicated to kindness and giving. I remember seeing containers spread across the table, my father running on just a few hours of sleep, sweat dripping, and he was just moving. A fire was lit in his heart, and he used it to fuel and to give. Cooking was just a microcosm of his kindness and passion. Besides filling bellies, the other passion that ignited a fire in his heart was children. Every child that walked into his life entered it with a smile and happiness. His joy would overflow into any child he met. There would be no sad children in his presence. Even for the short time spent with his 3 newest grandkids, he clearly left an imprint. So to this I say to my kids, all of his grandkids, little Adya, hold on to his memories tightly. Model your behavior after him, and then you will see your heart truly filled. Shaista, I know your time with him was short, but don't let that anger you. Remember, 1 minute with him can brighten an entire lifetime. Your presence made him smile radiantly when you walked into the room. Thank you for your love and support. My beautiful sisters, oh, what karma did we come into this world with to get a father like him. What sort of blessings we have done in our past lives to get the opportunity to call him Dad. I promise you, both I will honor him and try my best to live up to his name. My mother, my radiant mother. For your birthday, I told you if the power went out, you would still light up the room. That is true to this day. And now that Dad was the fuel to that fire and let you shine so bright. And I know you will continue to shine and brighten everyone's lives. I love you all. If I were to truly talk about my father, I would be here all day. So, to close this off, I ask us to do one thing. Those of us who are blessed at one point in our lives to have tasted his cooking, I ask you to briefly close your eyes and think about the dish that he made for you. Remember, whether it's his curry or prasad or anything else made for you, and as you think of that taste, I ask you to remember that that is one way he loved you and loved us all. Thank you. So just a couple more words. In the age of Kali, important for deliverance. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, last verse says, Nam Sankirtanam Yasya Sharva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukha Samanastam Tam Namami Harir Padam. So the age of Kali, the only way for deliverance is the congregational chanting of the holy names of God. So we will do one repetition of the Maha Mantra. And I will say, everybody follow as loud as you can, okay? That is the only method of deliverance in the age of Kali. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm so glad I just have a humble task to do in between, because the eloquent speeches of Dr. Prasad and him, I prefer to do just this. But I do want to say something to add to what Shankar shared, and all these things were supposed to be communicated to you, but as Sam would have said, no, Carla, we don't have time. There's a time limit. When Shankar shared the information regarding his dad cooking for everyone, and we all know this, but I went to Trinidad and I did not plan to stay for 2.5 months, and I did. And when I came back, my girls told me that while we were away, Sam cooked a whole bunch of dishes and dropped it off for them without me even knowing or asking. So how can you even thank someone like that? You know, he thought about them without us being there and not for us to even know. So that's the person who Sam was. And I know a lot of you probably brings a tear to your eye because it has happened to you also. But I just want us today, especially today. And you know what, Sam? I know that you are with Lord Krishna right now. And do me a favor. Just put in a good word for me with Lord Krishna, okay? Because I want some blessings too. Okay, so we're going to have a bhajan now, okay?
श्री गंगा जी का तट हो, जमुना का बंसीवती हो, मेरे सावरा निकट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, पीतांबरी कसी हो, छवि मन में बसी हो, पीतांबरी कसी हो, छवि मन में बसी हो तो पर कुछ हंसी हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, तुम चंदन अवतारी, प्रभु जी तुम चंदन अवतारी, पानी तुम चंदन हम पानी बस समानी, जाके अंधी बस समानी, प्रभु जी तुम दीपक हम बाती बाती बाती, तुम दीपक हम बाती, प्रभु जी तुम दीपक हम बाती, खासे सोने में मिलते सुहाती, राधे सोने में मिलते सुहाती, प्रभु जी तुम चंदन अवतारी, तुम चंदन अवतारी, प्रभु जी तुम स्वामी हम दासा, तुम स्वामी हम दासा दासा,
प्रेम से बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity now Don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. To talk to Jagi's children in the words of your father. I don't like to do this because when my father passed, this was the last song that we sang, and it kind of reminded me of everything that unfolded that night. But I guess, Jagi, you have to be a really special person to me. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I have the courage to explain it while Anil sings it, so I'm going to explain it before Anil sings it. Your father is saying today, although this is geared more towards a son, your father wasn't a man who favored just one child. He loved all his children. And when him and your mother was married, they were the tree that wanted to bear fruits. But the angan, the courtyard had many trees, but there were no fruits. And then the three of you came about. What would a parent sacrifice for a child? Your father is saying that at one time I had no children, and I prayed to God that my marriage will have fruits. And we tried and we prayed, and you know how much your father prays. And God blessed him with the three of you over time. And when each of you were born into this world, he didn't know what to name you or what to call you. Tujhe suraj kaho ya chanda. Call you the sun, the moon, the stars. All he knew until his very last moment upon this earth. Even though he couldn't talk at that moment, he knew that his children were the light of his life. You were my prince and my princesses because you brightened his world. He says, how long I have been longing for someone to play in my yard in exchange for the smile. I'll give up the entire world for my child. Swinging you in my hands is dunya. Dunya is the world. I would have given up all the joys in the world for holding you in my hands. And when you came into this world, he said, I would hold you and teach you to walk. We all remember the days where Dad would hold our hand and waddle like a penguin behind us, teaching us to walk. He says, but tomorrow, I will get old. I will get sick. I may not be able to walk. And the same way in which I helped you to walk, I hope that you will become my walking stick. You will hold my hands till the very last, which you did. And you will become my walking stick and help me to make those decisions so imperative to my lifestyle, which you did. He says, when I get old, I will live anew through you. And when I leave this world, like today, he's saying, I will be born anew. Because when everyone looks at you, they will say, you are my son, you are my daughter. My legacy will never die, but I'll live on forever through you. Anil.
Vihanam Kani Ganu सुंदर तुझे दीपक हो या तारा मेरा नाम करी रोशनी जग में मेरा राज दुलारा मैं कब से तरस रहा मेरे आंगन में कोई नहीं सी हंसी के बदले मेरे सारी दुनिया ले ले तेरे संग भूल रहा ये बाहों में सारा मेरा नाम करेगा सज में मेरा राज दुलारा तुझे सूरज का या चंद्रमा तुझे दीपक हो या तारा मेरा नाम करेगा रोशनी जग में मेरा राज दुलारा चलना सिखना कभी हाथ पकड़ना मेरा जब मैं भूला होगा तू मिला तो मैंने पाया जीना का सहारा तेरा नाम करेगा राज दुलारा तुझे सूरज का या चंद्रमा तुझे दीपक हो या तारा मेरा नाम करेगा रोशनी मेरा नाम करेगा रोशनी मेरा नाम करेगा रोशनी जग में मेरा राज दुलारा
बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. To the three of you children, together with your spouses, I request and I ask only one favor, that you look after, love, and care for your mom. Shankar, you are the son. The shoes you must wear. You have become the man of the home. You are the heir to the throne, as they say. Love, cherish your family. The family that prays together stays together. And oftentimes, in the absence of one parent or both, the family falls apart. To do that would be a great dishonor to your father. So love each other, care for each other, agree to disagree with each other, but never, never walk away from one another. That is the only thing I ask of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask our MC to give the closing remarks, and then we'll have the viewing session, and after that, we will have our funeral director address you. So, Carla, and then I'll come back and tell you as to the procedure for viewing.
So Bindu has asked me to sing a bhajan but I don't think I could do that today. So Bindu, I'll just do a Maha Mantra, okay? And please, everybody join me, because everybody knows it. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hope I'll be as cohesive enough now. If there is something better than giving others the best of what we are, it's giving the best of who we are. Good and blessed persons like Sam are like streetlights. They don't shorten the distance, but they brighten the pathway and they make the walk worthwhile. He made that walk worthwhile for all of us. On behalf of all of Sam's family, Bindu, Shankar, Vid, his grandchildren, his nieces, his nephews, and sisters, everyone. We would like to say thank you. These last couple of days were very, very difficult, I know, for everyone, for Bindu especially and the children. And we want to say thank you to each one of you. And for those who are joining us virtually, I know you're looking in right now, we want to thank you for your phone calls. Bindu got hundreds of text messages from everyone. We want to say a special thank you to each of you. Your presence here, your love and support during this time, it means more than words can express. And this is coming from Bindu and the children. Sam, you would not believe this, but there is so much love in this room. You are so deeply loved. And I know that you know it. We will miss you. But this is not farewell or goodbye, because you are in our hearts. Lord Krishna has prepared a better place for you, and the heavenly angels will be your soulmates now, accompanying you on your heavenly journey where bliss and happiness await you. So to everyone again, I just want to say thank you very much from Bindu's heart and the children.
Thank you, Carla. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the viewing session now. You'll be able to come pay your respects, offer your flowers. We have limited time, so we'll ask that you come, take the flowers, offer it. You can meet and greet the family very briefly and return to your seats. We are going to come down the aisle right here in front of me. You're going to come between the rows here, take your flowers, and return back to your seats.
Panditji, I forgot to say thank you to you. No. Thank you for all of the support, even from when Sam was in the hospital, and even before that. But thank you, and thank you to this wonderful group. And I know you're going to sing a bhajan, especially for Bindu. Thank you.
So at this time, those of you who wish to come pay your respects and view, you're welcome to do so. Come down the aisle, and we'll direct you as to how to come forwards. Where are we going down, Vidya? That side? To your left, I'm sorry. To my left, your right. Thank you. Anna, Loli, go ahead. I'm sorry.
As everyone is coming up to view the body, I'll sing a piece of this bhajan that was requested by Pinda, and then do chanting as we view the body and exit.
अब चल कर ले अब चल कर ले अब चल कर ले जो हरे
अब चल
प्रेम की अग्न हो भक्ति सजन हो मन लगन हो मधुर मनोहर सावरे श्री हरि गंज किशोर जनार्दन भावरे हृदय झरने मधुर मनोहर सावरे जनार्दन भावरे हृदय झरने
Ladies and gentlemen, in the few moments that we have left, we are going to begin to prepare the body for the cremation because we have limited time here and there. So at this time, I'll ask Anil to sing a special bhajan. This bhajan is when Bhagwan Sri Ram was leaving Ayodhya. The entire village, everyone became sad and gloomy. But they knew that Sri Ram would return one day. We know that although Jagi's journey in the physical world have come to an end, he will return into this world one day with all the amenities of life, we hope, given to him. Anil.
आज हमारी अयोध्या चोर चले आज हमारी अयोध्या चोर चले मोर चली आज हमारी अयोध्या चोर चले बनवासी बनी राज दुलारी बनवासी बनी राज दुलारी सबसे नाता जोड़ चले मुख मोर चले आज हमारे अयोध्या चोर चले मुख मोर चले आज हमारे अयोध्या चोर चले चले राम का सेवक भरी भरी लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई चले राम का सेवक भरी भरी लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई चली जानकी बन कर अपने प्रीतम की पहचानी नहीं नारी पशु पंछी सबका नहीं नारी पशु पंछी सबका मन एक नाता जोड़ करे मोर चले आज हमारे अयोध्या चोर चले मुख मोर चले आज हमारे जैसे मझले छिटाने पर देखा करती झाइया, जैसे मझले छिटाने पर देखा करती झाइया, वैसे ही रो रो कर देखी राम लखन को माया, मैया ममता बहन मोरी सबसे नाता मोरी चले, मुख मोरी चले, आज हमारे राम अयोध्या छोड़ चले, मुख मोरी चले, आज हमारे राम अयोध्या छोड़ चले, आज हमारे राम अयोध्या छोड़ चले, आज हमारे राम अयोध्या छोड़ चले।
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? First of all, I want to thank everyone for your understanding. Can you hear it? No?
Can you lend me the mic? Yeah. Take that one.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to leave for the crematory. We are on a tight schedule. I understand I appreciate your patience. There's another service at 11:30. So if you're going to this crematory, we'll ask you to go to your cars right now and place your headlights on with your flashing hazard lights. Okay, so drivers, headlights and flashing hazard lights. Pallbearers will have you on the porch to carry him to the hearse. It's important that we're out of the cemetery by 11:30 as there's another family coming in for a service also. So again, at this time, we'll ask you to go to your cars. Drivers who are going to the crematory, headlights and flashing hazard lights. Thank you.
I am on voice.